Alright, good morning YouTube. I think my last video on the 310 picked up where I had replaced the front engine seal on the engine, and we had the whole front cover off, and I was starting to paint it, and I think I showed a few video clips of that. So I haven't done a final video of what all I've done to this machine. I think I'm through with it, I hope. I think I'm through with everything that I'm planning to do with it until something else happens where I have to work on it. But I thought I'd walk you through what all I've done to it, and we've got a project for it today. So anyway, yeah, let's just kind of get started. Let me flip the camera around here. I think the last video you saw, it was the front was all apart on it because we were replacing the front engine seal. We also replaced the belt, water pump, and I guess starting with the front here, I painted everything. We just repacked this cylinder, the front tilt cylinder here. Got a new seal on it. It was leaking pretty bad. Of course, new tires, repacked the front hubs. I aligned the front end with this tie rod, and then got rid of the old hose covers. Also replaced the kingpins on it, and I'll show some video clips of some of that fun. But two of these are all the Zerks were missing on the top and bottom from the old ones. They were just completely rusted in. Even one of the keeper bolts was missing, so we replaced those. So we removed the front axle and put the bushings under a press to press those out.
Those bridges were holding like 2,000 pressure. And the first one we did, when it snapped, it shot plastic. I mean, I can now
I guess kind of going forward a little more, new sight glass for the fluid, sanded the old rusty exhaust, sanded up pretty good. Everything pretty much see has been repainted, stripped the stickers off the tank. I took apart the hazard switch. It was locked up, so I soaked it in WD-40. I was about to put a new switch in it, and I realized that it was actually working. So it just needed cleaning up and greasing on the little socket in there. Put a new relay on the side of the panel, the back side of the panel there, a new hazard relay. New hazard light on the upper left side. The other one was busted out. Of course, we redid the seat, and all of this up here has been repainted. I've mounted a fire extinguisher up here. I kind of wish I'd put it at the entrance, but that's okay. New stabilizer hoses and O-rings. All the hose fittings, these were leaking pretty bad. This particular cylinder rod was bent, so this rod has been replaced, and they welded the old eye on the new rod, and this cylinder has been repacked. The valve bank, I had a video called the Nightmare Valve Bank, and it has truly been a nightmare. Even beyond that video, I had gotten it back from the hydraulic shop. They had supposedly resealed it shop so it wasn't leaking, and then I helped a neighbor dig up a stump, and I was hitting the relief quite a bit, and this thing's just started gushing oil between these two valve banks. And I'll put a video clip. was leaking so bad, we had to take the thing off again, and then broke down and bought John Deere genuine seal kits, spool kits for all 4 banks. Bought all new O-rings for the hoses and adapters, and my dad and I cleaned and resealed the valve ourselves, and it has been completely dry ever since. These hoses are a little moist. I think these hoses are going to have to be replaced next, but the valve bank itself is, I mean, it's completely dry. There's no drips or anything coming off of them, so I think we got that one licked. We resealed the swing cylinders, so those have new cylinder kits in them. I've repainted as much of this as I could, even the backhoe part. Relettered the white on the Deere, and then also I guess the last thing is, well, new bucket teeth. I had to weld up one of the shanks because they had used it without a tooth on it. It was just kind of a nub, so I welded it up, and then this pin here was way undersized, so I broke down and bought a new pin that was actually the right size for this. And I don't know why the washers are missing on these pins, but that needs a washer. I'll put a new washer on this one and bolts. So anyway, that's pretty much it. And she's got a project to do today. I've been using it quite a bit, and been really happy with its performance. So, well, let's get started on the project today. Stay tuned on the next video.